gaming, video game reviews, video games. Gaming has been a staple in this world since the beginning of time. For countless years, people have bought, consumed, and reviewed games. And that's what I'm going to do today. This is going to be my first review on the Party Poison channel. This will never become a Party Poison regular video. Maybe annual, maybe monthly, we'll see. No, we won't. It's not going to happen often, just whenever I want to be honest. I just wanted all of you to know about this fantastic, amazing, spectacular game. Anyway, without further ado, Halo Reach. Okay, before we start, I'm going to tell you about the 5 criteria that I'll be going over in this video. I'll be going over the music, the art style, the story, the characters, and of course, the core gameplay of the game. Alright, I'll take the average of all 5 scores out of 10, and that'll be the overall score. Okay? Thank you. Bitch. Okay, we're gonna start off with the music, and let me just say, what the fuck? How is something like this even possible to create? Halo's soundtrack has always been, some would argue, the biggest part of this franchise. Even people who've never played any Halo game in their life can recognize the Halo 3 theme. And for Bungie's final Halo game, Halo Reach, they went all out, and they mastered it. Marty O'Donnell composed every Halo since the very beginning, as far as I know. I don't know. And not once did that man make a single mistake. It's insane how somebody can be that talented at capturing emotion with no words used, just noise. The music always set the mood perfectly for every atmosphere. It makes a man teary-eyed. Without the music, Halo would just be hollow. It'd be an empty game. The music is by far a 10 out of 10. I don't know how something like this is even possible to create. Just listen to this cutscene with and without music. And my whole point stands of giving it a 10 out of 10. It deserves it.
Where's the rest of your unit?
We got split. I don't think they... It sounded bad on the comms.
All right, Corporal. Stay put. We'll get you a combat surgeon.
Damn. Plasma damage.
Found something.
I'll take that, Six. Not your domain.
I got a live one over here.
Come on. Archie, come.
It's all right. We're not gonna hurt you.
George.
I got her. Keep still, and I'll release you.
What's the status? Over!
We've been engaged! Bad guy coming out!
That Tango blew past me. Permission to pursue.
-4, stay on the entrance. 2, handle her. 5 and 6, clear the hole.
Keep still, and I'll release you.
What's the status? Over!
We've been engaged! Bad guy coming out!
That Tango blew past me. Permission to pursue.
-4, stay on the entrance. 2, handle her. 5 and 6, clear the hole.
Alright, next up on the list is the art style. Okay? Now this isn't just talking about the graphics or anything. It's just the art style, okay? You get it. Anyway, Halo Reach is probably the darkest and grittiest of the Halo games. And the art style really expresses that perfectly. Every piece of armor is scratched and beaten to bits. Every gun got a slight redesign, and they fit perfectly. Honestly, they're my favorite designs in the whole series. The AR, the DMR, it's awesome. It's perfect. Beautiful. Everything in this game's art style just screams grit and hopelessness, despair. I love it. The only issue I have is with the armor customization is no matter what armor you pick, you're always going to have the scratches, the beaten up, and sometimes I don't want that. Sometimes I want a little bit of light and bright colors in my life, you know? Like, let me bring some hope to this game. Even some of the Covenant took a slight redesign, and oh my, they look awesome. Each elite rank stands out from the other and has stronger weapons to match their rank. Every Halo game has used concept art for a backdrop in a cutscene. Halo Reach does the same, but oh my, are they gorgeous. I'm gonna put up a few on screen for you, and just tell me that isn't beautiful. I don't know how many games do this, but Halo Reach does it the best. I give the art style an 8.5 out of 10. The story. From the very beginning of the game, you already know how it ends. Even with all this knowledge, you can't help but have hope that you might save the planet. You might beat the Covenant. Spoiler warning, you don't. The story follows Noble Team and their attempts to save the planet. The world building throughout the story is superb, to say the least. And I'm trying my best here not to spoil any of the fun surprises if you haven't played the game, but it's so hard not to. So if you haven't played this game from 10 years ago, just leave. Get off this video. The game is like $5 on Steam. Go play it. The story has so many sad, heartbreaking, hopeless moments that really connect with the player. Something Bungie has always excelled at. They know what the player wants because they are also the player. They're nerds. Bungie is just a bunch of lonely gamers like us. They get it. And they connect to this game perfectly into their next game. Well, next chronologically. But that's so cool. I love this game. I can't help but get a little emotional every time I sit down and get immersed into the story. The feeling of guilt and hopelessness I get as I sit and watch each of my beloved characters die a tragic death never fails to hurt me. In the best way possible. It hurts. Even as everything around you is dying, you cannot give up the fight. You have hope that you will make a difference in the story. Reach is the second most important planet besides Earth. And everyone has to die fighting for it. Buildings collapse around you. Civilians are strangled and tossed around. But you keep pushing forward. That's what this story is about. It's a story about hope in a hopeless world. It's a 10 out of 10. Moving on, we have the characters. 10 out of 10. If you've played the game, I don't need to explain myself why the characters are 10 out of 10. Every single member of Noble Team is amazing in their own way. Every single character of Noble Team is somebody's favorite, and that's so impressive in a video game. Usually there's just one target character where everyone obsesses over, but not in Halo Reach. Every member is loved equally. Not a single character in this game is hated, other than like maybe the villains, but that's good. That's good, that's great, that's a good villain. Everyone in Noble Team has a great design, their own unique personality, and so much deep lore to them. They're all so unique from each other, and impressive in their own right. Bungie really knocked it out of the park when they designed Noble Team. You have Carter, the leader of Noble Team, a standout, strong, compassionate leader who cares for his team more than anything. And then you have Kat, the brains of the group, constantly putting her nose in places she knows damn well it shouldn't be. She wants the information. She wants to be involved. And then we have George, the biggest man in the group, the big guy with the gun. He's the only Spartan 2 on this team, making him statistically the strongest, but with how big George is, he falls into that perfect cliche of the strong outside, soft inside cliche. And it's cute, it fits. I like it. He cares for Planet Reach more than anything, and you can see throughout cutscenes, throughout the story, with dialogue, he cares about all the civilians on Reach dying. And then we have June. You don't really see much of June in this game, but I think that's honestly really fitting. He's a cryptic sniper. You're never gonna see him because he's always helping you from afar, out of view. He's always there. He's also the only one to survive all of Reach, which I honestly also think fits. He's never in direct danger. Alright, and last but not least, we have Emil, the close quarters specialist of the team. Emil is super witty and so sarcastic. He brings a bit of light into this hollow world. Not to mention, he's a badass. He's so fucking cool. And I can't forget to mention Noble Six, your character throughout the story. He isn't necessarily a silent protagonist, but he is almost a complete blank slate for you to decide his lore. Noble Six has very little canon information about him, but what he has on him is insane. He's the only other Spartan to reach similar titles as Master Chief. Dr. Halsey has only ever called Noble Six and Chief hyper lethal. If you want a deeper dive on Noble Six, I highly recommend watching Hidden Xperia's video covering most of his lore, if not all of it. It'll be a link in the bio. Characters, 10 out of 10. Finally, we get to the gameplay. For this category, we'll be talking about the multiplayer a bit too. But to start off, we're going to start with a normal PvE campaign. So, this is one of the original Bungie Halo games. So, ADSing, just, you don't really use it. You don't need to ADS in these games. Only a few guns actually have ADS, and those are obviously the best guns. One headshot and all the enemies die, unless they have a shield, but the Bungie AI has always been so smart and fun. There's so many variations to each enemy. If you stick a elite with a grenade, he will charge at you and try to take you down with him. But if you stick a grunt with a grenade, he will run into his team and blow them all up. It's so funny. I love it. When this game first came out, a lot of people were upset about the inclusion of sprint, jetpack, armor lock, all the armor abilities. But I love it. It doesn't make sense in the story of the whole Halo timeline, but it's awesome. It's just a fun mechanic. Everything feels great, and for an Xbox 360 game, it was perfect. It ran great. Onto the multiplayer aspect, it was my favorite of the multiplayers. I was a little young to get into the Halo 3 multiplayer, but I was just the right age to start Halo Reach multiplayer. I spent hours, days, just playing alone or with friends. SWAT and Infection were my two favorite game modes. Don't even get me started on the Forge mode. Countless of timeless classics in Halo Reach. It's insane what a community can build when there's true care and love for a game. Everything is through the roof when it comes to Halo Reach, and it hurts knowing that 343 will never make anything that can compare to this. They tried with Halo Infinite. The first whole season was dedicated to trying to recreate what was so special about Reach, and it just didn't hit the mark. The gunplay in this game feels great and satisfying. Animations are smooth, and they hit hard when you get that assassination. This game really makes you feel like a Spartan. There's really something for everyone. 9 out of 10 for the gameplay. That's all 5 categories complete. And before I give you the final score, I just want to say there's a lot more to this game than I've said in this video. I'm just doing a quick brush of the surface. So if you really want to learn more, I'm going to link some more Halo lore channels in the description. Please watch them. I've binged so many videos and I just fall in love with the game with each video I watch. They're amazing channels, amazing people. Please send them love. Now, for the final score. Actually, before I do that, I want to give a shout out to my buddy CNR Mr. Y, Connor Murray, alright? A lot of my friends are going to say that I'm copying his format, but I swear to God, I wrote this script over a year ago, and I'm just now recording it. I did not copy shit. Fuck you guys. But please send CNR Mr. Y some love if you're watching this. He makes a lot of reviews, video essay videos like this. So please check him out. He's awesome. Great guy. Now, drum roll please. 9.4 out of 10. That is a very fitting rating. There are obviously going to be flaws in any game. There's no such thing as a perfect game. But I think Halo Reach is damn close. I'm very biased to this game, and I try not to be, but I can't help it. It is my favorite game of all time. That might not be true, but it is definitely one of my top 3 games of all time. Sekiro just has something in my heart, man. Every single person should play this game, and they better like it. let me rephrase. They better fucking love this game. Halo Reach sent Bungie out in the best way possible, and I thank them for giving all of us this experience. Now, Bungie's not out of business. They still make Destiny, Destiny 2. I played the shit out of those games too. But this was the last Halo Bungie, and I miss it. I miss Halo Bungie. Thank you all for watching. Okay, I'm fucking with this bitch that I hardly even know. Okay, I'm fucking on your thought. I just thought that you should know. I got money laced up, got Chanel from head to toe. I got bands thrown back, I got something you can blow. Lil' shawty fucking with me, cause I'm nerdy. Baby girl, hella bad, look like Fergie. It's not London Bridge, but it's gonna get dirty.